Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode. I have a special guest with me today who is the Director of Field Development and a co founder of Kingdom Alliance, Molly Trotter-Gomez. Hi, Molly.
Hi, Lisa. So good to be here.
Yes, you and I have become well acquainted and friends over the last few years as I have partnered and come into the community of Kingdom Alliance as one of the founding ambassadors. And so I'm excited today to talk about this new course that is launching and who would be the ideal people to take this and who it's for. So before we do that though, I want to just give you guys a background who Molly is. Molly is a former anchor woman and just an influencer on social media. She is a wonderful lover of Jesus and just a really wealth of information, but also inspiration. So I know you're going to love her. So Molly, tell me a little bit about what was it that prompted you, first of all, to create this course?
Oh gosh, I'm going to give you the short version, Lisa, because over the years when I became an entrepreneur, I just saw so many people struggle when it comes to just opening up conversation, just having regular conversation with people. It doesn't have to be weird, doesn't have to be spammy, just in general. And I'm speaking in the business sense, but even when you think about it, just in general, just talking with people, like so often people are like, I don't even know what to say. So it really came from a place of here's how you can lead the conversation, the art of networking, which definitely is a lost art, and how you can really just leave people better when you found them, and being bold in what it is that you want to share with them, what you're doing to serve them, and coming off in a way where you are an authority in that space, not pushy or spammy in how you present what it is that you do. So it's a lot of years of just coming together, putting it in a 4-week course, which is going to go by very quickly. But I'm very excited for those that are saying yes to it because they're in for a ride to really transform how they can connect with other people.
You know, I love what you said there about being bold, yet not pushy or spammy, because sometimes people think that those are one and the same, right? In terms of being bold in just declaring what it is that you offer or the solution that you're providing. So tell me a little bit about where some people get hung up when it comes to this whole area of networking.
Ooh, I mean, I think really at the end of the day, they put themselves before the other person, truthfully, because it's
Mm,
either they're scared, which I get it. Sometimes it can be scary,
yeah.
or just, I really need to make this sale and I need to make this money. So they put themselves before the other person rather than how can I ask enough questions to get to know the other person to then they're going to tell on themselves what it is that they're looking for, what it is that they need. So then you can guide them on what may be a best fit. Plus, other people will just go in and say, no matter what, I think you'd be a fit for what it is that I have or what it is that I'm selling, which isn't always the case. Sometimes, on a lot of networking calls, actually, I haven't even touched on business at all because it just wasn't the right time. And I've done enough
Mhm.
networking calls to know there is a right time, and it's not always the first time that you talk to them.
So true. It's so true because sometimes people expect you to lead with that. Like if they know that you're working with a company or that you're involved in the company, they'll expect that coming first out of your mouth or being the sole purpose of why you're reaching out. And really reframing that to look at it as no, we're building relationship here and we're seeing whether or not there's a solution that is, but also just getting to love the person and to learn about what they're doing, I think is the biggest thing is coming from a place of love, right? Because sometimes love is, no, this is not a good fit for you. So I'm not even going to
Totally.
talk about it.
Then love also can be bold, being bold, because
Mm,
at the end of the day, I know a lot of women, particularly, where they're like, I can't ask the question, right? Like,
yes.
are you ready to get started? Is this for you? Like, are you ready to make it happen? They get nervous. And if you're nervous asking that, then the other person's going to feel like, okay, well, maybe this isn't a fit and it's a no for me, even if they had the money, even if they were ready. It's how you show like your authority and your confidence in, I am the one to lead you. Also, I
Mhm.
also want to add this on there inside of this course at the very end, how to be a great networker, turning into a referral partner. If you're networking with people
Beautiful.
all the time, you may not need what they have, but when you become really good at networking and connecting with people, you may be connected with others that need what somebody has, and it has no benefit to you. Now, I used to be somebody that would get referrals all the time, like get referral payouts for connecting people all the time. Now I'm just like, no, you can keep that. That's totally fine. Like, keep it. No worries. Here you go. I'm happy to connect the two of you. Some people
Yeah.
are like, no, I'm adamant. And so I'm like, whatever it is that you want to do. But ultimately, my heart is I may have connected with this person just to connect them with so and so and let God do the rest. And so, how to be really a valuable connection to somebody by being a valuable connector is huge.
I love that because that really speaks to the whole abundant mindset as well, right? Just really spreading the love around. I remember I had been on a podcast as a guest with this woman that I never knew before, but after I was on her after I was on her show, then I started getting these messages from her say, "Hey Lisa, I want to introduce you to this person. I think they'll be a great refer for," and it was just like nonstop. I'm like, wow.
Yes, those are the
There's
best
this
because you lead with such heart, Lisa, and you're just so likable. So it's hard not to be like, who do you need to connect with? So I love being able to do that because then people don't feel weird and icky. And I can tell right off the bat, like when I set up a networking call, I see the wall, and then all of a sudden it's like, how fast can I get that wall to come down? Not to manipulate and to get them to do what I want. I want you to hear me on that. It's how can I make them feel comfortable and to know that I actually really am there for them. And most of the time on like a 30-minute networking call, some people will take 20 minutes to talk about themselves. They're like, I've been doing all the talking. What about you? Inside of this course, I actually have something where it's going to really help you be very succinct on when it's your turn. How can you just hit right at the points that they need to hear
Mm,
based on what you know about them now to give them the information they need? So they're like, well, wait, I need that. So almost a
mhm.
9 out of 10 when I've used this or other people that I've taught have used this, it's almost a 9 out of 10. Somebody's like, well, I would love more information on that. Or yes, I do know people because you took the time to listen. Plus, you were so succinct on what you shared with them about what it is that you do that it's kind of hard not to say, yes, I want to learn more.
So good. So learning to be a good listener is what
Yes,
I hear you saying.
yes, yes.
So tell me why you call it grow your network to increase your net worth.
Yes, I think that is a great question. Actually, no one's asked me that yet. So, like I mentioned in the beginning, networking is a lost art. A lot of people are just like, "Oh, I'll just post on social media, and whoever comments, maybe they want to do business with me." Yeah, it
Mm,
doesn't necessarily work that way all the time,
mhm.
unless you have a really, really big audience and you've been nurturing for a long time. But even then, like, go be intentional. So when you grow your network, that means more eyeballs on what it is that you have, what
Mm,
you're posting, being consistent, putting your content out there. So there is a direct correlation most of the time when you have a bigger
mhm.
network, an engaged network, one that you've built because you've made connections, that can
Yeah.
translating into growing your net worth. Because you never know, depending on what it is that you do, whether it's network marketing, coaching, affiliate marketing, investments. I mean, I've had some very profitable business deals off of people that I've met on social media through
Yeah.
connections. Like that is huge. And so you never know if it's going to be that person or they're connected with somebody. But I
Mhm.
treat everybody as if they're like A plus, right? On the grading scale. Because people should be treated that way, number one. But
Yeah.
number two, you never know who they're connected to. So your network can translate into your net worth growing. It's just, how do you want to utilize your social media, which is your billboard, in order
Yes.
to speak to those people?
It's so true. I'm just thinking of the famous quote by Jim Rohn, who said that you are the what is the actual quote? Basically, you are the sum of all of 5 people that you spend most time with. So, not
Yes.
only in terms of being able to do business with the people in your network, but also being able to glean and grow so that you can go to the next level even in your net worth by being around people who are bigger thinkers, like-minded, and maybe have ideas and things that really help you to get to the next level. So it also feeds into that aspect as well, right?
Yes, yes,
I'm
absolutely.
assuming.
I mean, I wanna be surrounded by people
Mhm.
who really, at the end of the day, I don't wanna be the smartest person in the room.
No.
I actually wanna be on the lower of the totem pole so I can just be a sponge and absorb. But honestly, even if you were higher on the totem pole in the room,
Mhm.
you can still learn from anyone. I'm constantly having my ear
Yeah.
tuned to be like, "Okay, what can I get from this? How can I benefit?" Because
Mhm.
everybody's story matters. And so
Yes.
some people have that ear and some don't. But like you said, it's about being a good listener. That is a huge piece of the pie.
It's so true, and that's one of the things that I love about Kingdom Alliance is that it is a very rich community. We do learn so much from each other, and we have opportunities to learn from each other because of the interactive programs that we have just the weekly opportunities that we get to have to get on Zoom or even in-person events that are going on a regular basis. So, who would you say this course is for?
Gosh, I mean, primarily who it was made for is for people who have an online business of any kind. If you do sales of any kind on your social media, anything at all, which is pretty much everybody these days, this is for you.
Mhm,
Everybody needs to have these different kinds of conversations. How do you not be weird? How do you be more impactful and really see people? Because at the end of the day, there's bots for everything, and people can
mhm,
see through if it is a bot or just a repeated message rather than, okay, well, this person didn't even find it being worth their time to reach out and send something specific. And
yeah,
I get it. In a world of automation, there's a time and a place to use it, but you cannot automate relationships. So,
so true.
people in business, any type of business of any kind, if you have anything online, or honestly, you could use this in person as well. So, it's just business owners in general. And I've even had people, can somebody who's not a business owner that just wants to grow their network just because they want to have more intentional friends, can they come in
Mhm.
and utilize this? Absolutely. But it is geared towards more if you have something to share with them, but you can use these same principles and even this custom, like right to the point script that I created of like anything that you would need to say in that conversation that can be used for whether you're developing a friendly network or a business one.
Awesome. So it's very practical and very purposeful is what I hear you saying.
Yes, that is correct.
Awesome. And so when does this course launch? When's the start date?
Yeah, so it's going to be Friday, November 1st. It starts. It's 4 weeks. It's going to start at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So it is going to whoosh, shoot on by. And what's really cool is inside Kingdom Alliance, we have radiant leadership coaches that now are able to teach this course. So once they go through it, anybody that goes through our coaching certification
Mm,
program not only have the Radiant Leadership Academy that they can teach, there's a couple others, including this Grow Your Network to Increase Your Net Worth. So the beautiful part about that, just to cast a little vision, it's not just me
mhm.
teaching it. Other people are going out there doing it and they're able to teach it, which is true discipleship. And that is a big piece of one reason a lot of people love coming here to Kingdom Alliance.
I love that. I'm taking it because I want to also teach it.
Yay.
So
I
I'm going
love
to
it.
learn from Molly Trotter-Gomez in this first round. And so if you're listening today and you think, oh, wow, this is something that I really need to learn how to do, build better relationships online, know how to communicate, know how to listen, know how to lead people into maybe decisions that they need to make that are best for them, then I want to strongly encourage you to put down below wherever you're watching this video the word net, and I will follow up with a link for you to register and get started right away. And it's 4 weeks of training that could actually change the trajectory, not only of your life, your business, and your whole future. So I want to encourage you, even if you want to explore it, just put the word net down below and I'll follow up and get you all the resources that you need. Any last words, Molly, before we end out here today?
No, other than thank you for having me, Lisa. I'm excited to serve all the people that are in the class. It is a growing class for sure for this first one, but I'm very excited because people are wanting to know what to say. They are ready. So we are ready for you. Comment net below. And again, thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Molly. Bye, everyone.